guys, seeing how popular my last video of me reading my story was, I thought I would read you another one I wrote. This one was only written today. This story is called Rapture Rises. It all started as a nice normal day. The sky was so clear there wasn't a cloud in sight. The beach was covered in golden coloured sand which glistened in the dazzling sun. The ocean was a cobalt blue which was accentuated by the white foam. Beyond the ocean stood a majestic lighthouse which was painted in scarlet red and chalk white stripes. This helped the lighthouse stand proud against the cerulean blue sky. The lighthouse stood on a rocky island, the waves crashing against the rocks. Although the sky was clear a few minutes ago, it instantly changed to be covered in clouds. The only way to describe the clouds is pure black, as if something negative is going to happen. The clouds were lit up every time lightning forked in the sky. The lightning was white with the tips being violet. Violet lightning is the hotter of the various colours of lightning. Funnily enough, it's hotter than red lightning, when you think it would really be the other way around. Now back to the story. There was this person called James who is 6 foot tall, 2 inches tall. He is about 24 years old. James has golden brown hair and hazel brown eyes. He was in a plane from Los Angeles to London, England. Unfortunately, the plane crashed into the ocean, which forced James to swim to the lighthouse. What he didn't know was the lighthouse was an entrance to an underwater city called Rapture. In this city, Rapture, people work together as a chain and everything happens in a unified motion. The original goal for Rapture was to create a capitalist society free of any religious and government interference of any kind, where all citizens could prosper for their own gain without having to fulfill the wants of others. The world's best and brightest would be granted freedom of will and choice in Rapture, unrestrained by government, religion, and similar established institutions. Instead of abiding by the traditions and moral systems imposed by those institutions, values such as logic and scientific reason were to guide the inhabitants in their pursuit of achievement. This would-be utopia had its flaws. In Rapture's purely capitalistic society, there was no publicly funded social programs, and everything within the city was privately owned and came with a price. This includes the city's food, healthcare, cleanliness, and even oxygen supply. Because you would think, with loads of people being in there would hardly be any oxygen at all. When James wandered around Rapture, he walked by an office which his dad Andrew was in. The office had glass walls so you could see through them and into the office. Andrew was playing golf. James stood watching his dad, as he knew his dad had something to say to him. I need a drink. That's not what his dad did, so don't worry. His dad turned to him, still playing golf, and said this: "The assassin has overcome my final defense, and now he's going to execute me. In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses, a slave has to obey, no matter how much they disagree with it." His dad was wearing a brown tweed jacket blazer from the 1980s, which had 4 buttons. He also had a 2-tone grey tie and a white dress shirt. Every second, he stepped closer and closer to James, and when he got close to his son, he gave his son the golf wedge he was using. He said to his son, "Would you kindly obey?" and say that on the 7th time. Every time he said obey, it forced his son to hit him with a golf club. I know what you're all thinking. His son wasn't forced to hit him with a golf club, but James had a chip implanted into his brain, and whenever anyone started an order with, "Would you kindly," he had to do it. Because Andrew had said to James, "Would you kindly obey?" he had to do it, even though he was his dad. After James had finished bludgeoning his dad with the golf club, his dad died as the golf club got stuck in his brain and caused him to bleed out. I'm so sorry if you're struggling to understand me. I'm full of cold, but I thought, my subscribers will want another one of my awesome stories, so I'll let you all have it on. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Peace.